Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to a brand new video and something a little bit different. Once again, we are back for another episode of Tommy Talks, and we're going to break this one down into a few sections. So first of all, a small little chat about what's going on at the moment and also the Q&A at the end. So we're going to jump straight into it for this third episode and let you guys know exactly what is going on in my world at the moment. So since the last Tommy Talks, as you now know, I am now finished with my tourism course, so I'm pretty much free. I am starting work experience, or aka a new job, on the 12th of March. So once that comes around, I'll still be doing daily videos, but it just means that I'll have another thing to worry about in life and juggle at the same time whilst making videos. But speaking of videos, I want to sort of branch out a bit on the channel now and start to make things a little bit different. What I'm planning to do is I'm doing two series going forward besides the ones I'm doing right now. So Carp with Arif will continue, Career Mode will continue because I want to do all 10 seasons of that series, and the two new series on the channel are going to be the Mick Schumacher Career Mode is going to make a return. I think I'll show you guys a preview, why not? So there you go, there's your preview, and that's exactly what's going on right now. And also the other series is going to be Strat to Glory, hopefully with Callum. We're planning to start recording, it isn't going to happen soon, I say soon, we're planning to start recording that around April. We're going to, in the entire month of April, we're going to record all 10 episodes. Around maybe about midway through April, you can expect that to come back. I know that's a bit far away still, but that's what we're planning to do, because also, so all three of us can do it at the right time, and we've got nothing going on in life. That's a good time for all of us. So April should be more or less the time when Strat to Glory comes out. It's not 100% official, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, so keep your eyes out for that. But like I said, the main series going forward now, I'm going to be working on the Mick Schumacher Career Mode. Also, I'm going to say this, I've got another series which I might even also do as well, depending on how things go, and that might come out straight away when I get back from the UK, which I'll get into in a moment. And I'm planning on doing possibly an F1 2018 career mode career sort of thing. I've got all the mods downloaded for the 2018 season. All I've got to do is put them on the game and record a season or so. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I'm probably going to do that, and I'll probably drive, like a Ferrari or something I haven't driven in career mode yet, to try and make it a little bit different. So that's going to be coming soon. Now the reason I say soon is because when this video goes up, I'm currently in the UK. I'm not actually in my house, and I'm away for a week. I'll get onto these sort of new series once I get back from the UK, which will be next week, Wednesday, hopefully, fingers crossed. I've prepared a few videos for while I'm away, which you guys have been seeing, including this one, to sort of fill the gap. And then when I get back, I'm going to start cracking on with the modded career mode for 2018, the Mick Schumacher career mode as well. That's a bit longer because I've still got to do a lot of modding for that one, and that's not downloading mods, I'm making them myself. So that one's going to take a little bit longer to sort of get on top of. And like I said, the Strat to Glory coming soon in April. So within the next month and a half, the channel's going to sort of vary a bit. We've got a lot of fresh content coming, and also that ties in with the new season of F1. So the F1 feel, the excitement for F1 is back in the air again, and that's exactly what we all want. So look forward to the future, guys. A lot of good stuff coming very soon. And now it's time for that part in the episode, guys, where you guys ask me questions on Twitter, and you can get in touch with me at Tom97HD on the Twitter machine. So go follow me on there, link down there if you want to go follow me, and you can get in touch and get involved with the series, guys. So let's jump straight to your questions. We're going to get straight to the point. So first one is from Brandon, and he asks, how do I think Leclerc will perform this season? I think he'll have a great year. I think he's going to really impress some people. I think he might struggle to get going, similar to Van Dorn last season, but once he gets going, he'll be doing very good for himself. Brock asks, should Iron Brew sponsor McLaren F1 to fill up the side pods? Why not? Personally, I don't love Iron Brew. I don't mind it, but I don't love it. But it'd be interesting to go with their papaya orange livery, wouldn't it? Next up, John asks, Strat to Glory with someone like Ben. I know the times aren't helping, but it would be fun. Maybe, who knows? I wouldn't mind doing a collaboration with Ben one day, because I've known Ben for a lot of years, and we've raced before, on iRacing and F1. So I know Ben for a lot, and we just never got around to collaboration, simply because he lives in Australia and I'm in Europe, and that goes for all other YouTubers who want to collaborate with him. The time zone makes it very different. Yeah, maybe sometime down the line. I don't know if it'll be Strat to Glory, but definitely I'd like to get him involved somehow in some form and try and do a collab with him one day. Next question from Sad is, which team do I think is better historically between Barcelona and Real Madrid? If you're talking about historically, Real Madrid is the better team. Next question from Sam. He says, out of the new F1 2018 cars, which one stands out as my favourite, and do I think Ferrari can challenge Mercedes at the front And will there be any teams that do better than expected? At first I was skeptical, but now since they've launched their car and a bit of testing's happened, I feel like Mercedes haven't really taken a major step forward with the car, whereas Ferrari have evolved their car a bit more than Mercedes. So logically speaking, I'd like to think they'll be there, but I think Red Bull could be a very dark horse shout this season. If you guys are watching this video and a lot of you ask the same sort of question, I'm sort of generalising here because I'm seeing a lot of repeated questions, but I'm trying to just sort of keep them together. But ESR Codfield says, how do I think Ferrari and Renault can do this season? And also Joel George says, who do I think will be the dark horse this season? Ferrari, like I said, I think they'll challenge. I think they'll be there or thereabouts. Renault, if they improve their car a bit because it seems a bit basic at the moment, they can do well. I'd like to see them in the top 5. And to answer Joel's question, a dark horse, I'm actually going to go for Sauber. I think their car is very impressive, and I think if Leclerc clicks and he gets going, I think there could be some magic happening there. Next up, PSGL asks, what do I expect from Stoffel Van Dorn this year? Now, if you guys don't know, I was critical of Stoffel last year because I expected way more from him. However, towards the end of the season, he really sort of put in a performance. What do I expect from him this season? To be on par with Fernando, share 50-50 the victory, well, not the victories, but, the good results and the good qualifying sessions. I want to see them be competing, really competing, exchanging blows every single race. Lore_Candu asks, am I still enjoying playing and editing F1 2017 career mode? Yes and no. I think it's definitely getting a bit boring now, I'm not going to lie. But like I said, I'm determined to make that all 10 seasons. And I've got something special in store for the 10th one, which if I do get there, I'm looking forward to bringing it to you guys. But I've got to get there first. And currently I'm only halfway through season 6. So we'll see. The fire for it has definitely dwindled a bit in the last few months. Next up, Ivor asked, do I think we will see a dark horse in F1 this season? I've already answered that. I think Alfa Romeo. Who will win the Champions League? That's an interesting question. I'm going to say it's going to be between maybe PSG, Manchester City, and I think a dark horse could be someone like Liverpool possibly, because I think this year English teams are doing really well. Even Spurs, this year the English teams are back in full force and they're really, really impressive. So maybe one of those guys. We'll have to wait and see. Also, I think Barcelona. I'm a Chelsea fan, so realistically I don't want Barcelona to win because that would mean knocking out Chelsea. But you never know. I do think it's quite open this year though, which is very good. So I think a lot of teams can win it. Andrew asks, if I could work for an F1 team, which one would it be? The answer is simple. It'd be any, because if I could ever work in F1, I'd be very happy. And then I've got a few more same sort of vibe about football. So from Dimitar, a guy who does a lot of modding in the community. Shout out Dimmy. He says, thoughts on the Halo and Conte in or Conte out. Thoughts on the Halo. I'm getting used to it. I'm still not 100% used to it, but I've grown to accept it. However, I'm at peace because I think that's going to get improved in terms of design, and I'd even say eventually we will switch to like an aero screen like IndyCar, because I don't think the Halo is here to stay. I don't think for a long time. But they've done a good job of some teams hiding it, like Alfa Romeo, Williams, Ferrari. They've done a good job of hiding it, so it's okay. I don't think anyone's ever going to love it, to be honest. And then whether it's Conte in or Conte out, I'm Conte in. But, he's got a bit of blame this season for why Chelsea have performed so poorly. So I think the blame has to be shared between him, the players, and the club altogether. Some of the things he does, like his tactics in big games and also his substitutions, I'm not 100% a fan of. But for now, Conte in. I've got no problems with him. Next up, Raretron asks 2 questions. I'm going to just go through them really quickly. The first one is, how is the best way to keep up motivation for career mode? Like I said before, motivation is thin at the moment, but it's one of them things where if you're doing it daily or just doing daily videos, you get into that routine where you can just sort of power through it, and it gets to a point where it's almost like it's like a clockwork. You just do it. It's like it's become a bit of a job, which isn't what I look for, to be honest. But like I said, I really want to get to that 10th season. So the motivation of wanting to complete the 10 seasons is sort of what's keeping me going at the moment. And also, it's the main series on my channel at the moment, so I've got to keep that going as well, because it's important for my channel to progress with that at the moment. And then the next question is, best race I've ever had online and offline. That's a good question. Online, if we're talking about the sheer competitiveness or just banter, probably one of the Straight to Glory ones. I can't remember what I think it was season 1 at Hungary, maybe. There's been a lot of funny races in Straight to Glory. Like, there's so many moments in that series that have been absolutely hilarious. So there's a lot of highlights in that alone. And the final question from Owen is, if I could drive any historical F1 car, which one would it be? That's a very simple question. I did a video on it last week. It would be the F2004, Michael Schumacher's 2004 Ferrari, my all-time favourite F1 car. And just a beautiful car to look at, a beautiful car to drive from what you could tell back in the day, and it sounded absolutely fantastic with that V10 roaring in the back of it and the beautiful red paint scheme. So yep, that's pretty much going to summarize it, guys, and that is going to be it for this episode of Tommy Talks. If you did enjoy it, then please do leave a like on the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here for plenty more varied F1 content. And yeah, guys, also do check out the videos on screen, both here and here. And if you have missed them, then do check them out. And also, why not subscribe if you're new to the channel. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.